Motshekga today embarked on a roadshow in Delmas in Mpumalanga, engaging with communities on the Second Chance Matric support program and early childhood development. The Second Phase Matric support program provides support to pupils who could not meet the pass rate requirements of the National Senior Certificate. Well, for more on this, let's cross now to my colleague Mahlako Komane, who is in Delmas for us. Mahlako, thanks very much for joining us. What's happening where you are?
Yes, good afternoon to you, Nompu. We are here, and we've just heard, the Minister was here on that roadshow, that Second Chance Matric rewrite program that, she is promoting, as well as she's also here to speak on the issue of that movement from early childhood development, the early childhood development, which is the ECD. We do know that there has been that migration for some time now, where ECDs will no longer fall under social development, but rather would be the baby of the Department of Basic Education. But in her speech today, as she was addressing the crowd, one of the things that she did say, which was, I think, quite telling of what we can expect at tomorrow's briefing. She was saying that they are going to go on a big vaccination drive, working alongside parents to encourage learners to take up vaccinations. They want all learners back in the classroom, because I suppose that is, the big question of this particular month of I suppose all parents at home as well as learners. We do know that rotational learning has been continuing at most schools, especially as well in primary schools. You would remember that last year, August was the date that primary school learners were meant to go back to full attendance. That did not happen at the majority of schools in the country, because of historic challenges that they face, that they had faced, as well as, I suppose, with COVID would be that issue of overcrowding in classrooms where they are unable to facilitate that social distancing. But we also did see the Human Rights Commission having said to us in November last year that they would be engaging with the Department of Basic Education as well as the Department of Health to review, the decision to have, especially primary schools, continue with the rotational timetable. And also there was that study that had come out from one of the teacher unions, the Suid-Afrikaners Onderwyseres Unie, that had said that the biggest loss to the teaching to schooling what had happened in the foundation phase that we had seen from 2020 into 2021. There was a lot of missing gaps in those building blocks of the foundation phase. The numeracy and literacy were one of the issues that were seen to have suffered the most. So I think for a lot of South Africans, what we are expecting to hear, or what people want to know, is will she be opening schools back, especially now that some of the restrictions have been relaxed somewhat? Will this mean that they would have successfully engaged with the Department of Health in terms of reducing that amount of social distancing? What will this mean for learners across the country as well as parents? There's obviously as well, Nompu, the issue of placements. We know that Gauteng right now is busy trying to place learners. We remember last year as well, Western Cape as well as Limpopo were some of the provinces that experienced some sort of challenges. I know that some learners were placed as late as March last year. So I think maybe she'll also give us a national overview of what she's hearing from provinces, what are provinces reporting back to her. But the big question that she would need to answer is she going to open up the system that South African children can go back to school on a full-time basis, so that it's not a race against the haves and the have-nots.
Indeed. Mahlako, thank you very much for that report there, my colleague Mahlako Komane.